chap with the wax. He's not on there.
Age 16.
So just before the...
Was that just before the...
By the main car park in there.
Monsoon, eh?
Yeah, the first one, yeah. Deep peg there.
Okay.
That's why I had 53 pound.
You like peg 6, don't you? 6. Yeah. That's where you were the other week, remember?
On 7, wasn't
Oh, 6, you know.
And I'll last the draw again, am I?
Yeah. I'm next.
Oh, what's that? 2 or something, isn't it?
19.
Oh.
Right.
Wish I could get
Clive.
Double announced and all today.
There's only one left in there.
No, it's not.
Hang on, he's another
You've
one.
got the whole boards to yourself.
Oh, great.
Okay, Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did right have a
You're on peg
draw.
20.
He's on 20.
Yeah, yeah. There you go, peg 20. There you go.
Okay.
And that concludes the draw.
He's on 16.
Good morning, guys. As you've just seen the draw then, it's a good idea actually. We're doing our bit for this virus thing that's going around. The organiser actually drew for everyone, so it saves us putting our hands in the bag. And he drew me peg 12. Never mind. Not the best pegs, but apparently we haven't had so many turn out today. I don't know whether because of the weather, because it's actually quite horrible and drizzly and dank at the moment. But as I say, so what's happened, I got plenty of room. I haven't got anyone for quite a few pegs on either side of me, so I got plenty of room, so that's what I got. It's a good summer peg I'm on, a lot of small fish on there. So as I say, we'll give it a go. No, on my Facebook page, Match Fishing, if you haven't subscribed, you know, please subscribe. I just hit the 20,000 mark now of members. So, but somebody mentioned about wanting to use dead maggots, and everybody's coming up with the idea of, oh, I don't know, we'll freeze them and boil them, put hot water on them and one thing or another. And I said, well, why bother? You know, why go through all that hassle? All you got to do is get to your peg about an hour before the match, put your fresh maggots, dunk them into water, submerge them, I mean fully, not just a little bit over the top, because otherwise they'll start drinking the water and start floating. You want to fully submerge them, and by the time you start fishing the match, they're dormant, they're dead. Well, they're not dead, but they're still alive. In my opinion, the fish prefer that than, you know, manky old dead, the bait that you froze up and everything else, because they still got the goodness and the freshness still in the maggot. In fact, I'll show you now, because we've got an hour to go. You know, I'm just going to set up by the van, by the way, because of the weather. It is supposed to dry up a little bit later. But I'll show you what I mean now. So you got an idea when people want the fish with dead maggots, or, you know, dormant maggots, then this is the method. By the way, it works with pinkies as well. So you know, as I say, some of the boys can't kill the maggots the night before, like, you know, a lot of people would like to do. So sometimes you get your bait on the morning. So this is the ideal way of doing it, as I say. And anyway, I'll show you now. Okay, right, let me just show you. Right, just to let you know about my black bream ground bait. That's what I'll be using today. Here's my bait box. And there's my maggots. As you can see, they're all fresh, wriggling away. And all I'm going to do now is put them in water. Go show you now. Okay, here's my peg. It's underwater at the moment. Yeah, we've got a bit. Let me just test the temperature. Yeah, it's a bit colder. Right, there's the maggots. Yeah, fully submerged. Okay. Now what you'll find now with the next hour, see, they've still got the feed spots in them, and in the next hour now they'll all become dormant, ready for hookers for the bait. As I say, and also you know, you can add them into the ground bait as well, knowing that they're not wriggling. And my theory behind dead maggots is because fish are more confident eating dead maggots, because as you can imagine, when you throw maggots in the water and they react like this, they become dormant and stretched, in fact as though they're dying. The fish find that, as I say, more confident, because I would imagine they think that the fish, that the bait has been in the water for a long time. So this is my theory, and that's why the fish eat them, and especially because in nocturnal, being nocturnal, a lot of fish will come over the ground bait or the maggots that's been thrown in the water hours previously, and which gives them confidence knowing they're not going to get caught on dead maggots. But there you are, so that's my theory on it. Anyway, come back and let's see how I do. Yeah, just having a look now before I tackle up. I'm going to tackle in the van again, in the dry. But as I say, there's the dock, pontoon by there, and if you notice there's a ship coming, big ocean liner ship. Now that tells me that they've obviously let water in, a lot of salt water, so it's going to be a bit brackish today. But the chances are if that goes out at all today, then the water's going to drop. We'll see as the match progresses. As I say, it's a horrible day. Forecast is it's going to dry up, so I'll keep my fingers crossed for that. Yeah, oh, there's a lifebelt just because I fall in. I'm saying that there's nobody around me, so I'll probably drown before anyone gets to me. Okay. Yeah, so what I've done, I put the umbrella up over the van so I can work outside and set my rigs up. And I just bloody noticed, look, the bloody rats have been at it again. I left this in the garage only a couple of days. I normally been leaving my tackle in the house, and anyway, bloody things. I will definitely have to try and sort them out. So anyway, yeah, miserable day, look at it. And I thought it was supposed to clear up. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly go through my tackle, although I've been through this before, you know, with the sliding loop, like the boat rig. I've been asked, what line do I use? Well, I use the Daiwa 6 pound, I think it's called Sensor, but it doesn't really matter because I stick to mono anyway, because I find it far better than braid, because braid is just too sharp. You know, I like to feel the fish on the end, and I think with a bit of stretch there's less chance of the fish coming off the hook. Right, the other thing now, the hook lengths I'm using is diameter 11, and I use a fluoro, which is, I think, probably the best type of line to use for hook lengths, the fluoro, because it's got that extra stretch and also the extra, you know, small diameters. Now, as I mentioned before, I've already done my prep, tied a few hooks. I'm using size 12, as I said, to diameter 11, and basically these hooks you can't, they stopped making them now. They're matrix super spades. I find them fantastic. They're very sharp, very light, and the fish, you know, you can hook the bait, the maggot don't burst or anything like that in the casters, and the fish only got to touch it and it hooks them. Unfortunately, they stopped making them, and I'm down to my last half a dozen, so I shall cherish these and probably try and save them after the match. Anyway, as I said, there's my feeders, and I'm all prepared really. Just 2 rods today. I mixed a bit of ground bait last night. I'll add a bit more now for balling in. Okay, just in hindsight, I thought I'd better set a Waggler up. I tell you why, because if it starts to get hard on the skimmers and the bream, I know it's a pretty good roach area, because I actually had 52 pound of roach on the Waggler, about 2 pegs away. Obviously a different time of year, but I know there's a lot of roaches sometimes. So anyway, I've set this up at about 5 foot. 3 AAA Waggler, clear Waggler, and if fish, you know, if the roach respond, I might have a little pop at it, or if the bream don't feed, then I've got a second option. Okay, so I thought I'd just let you know, using my cadence rod, my Abu 501, my favourite combination rod, 13 foot. There you are. Okay, there you are. Mr. No friends. Right, I think that's it. 10 o'clock start, so I'm going to ball a few balls in. Just quickly show you the situation on the maggots since I've drowned them. Yeah. Perfect, ready for the hook. And I shall keep them in water all the match now and use them as I need. Okay, let's start balling. Right lads, just a quick update. The rain's just about stopped, I think. I've gone on the Waggler. I tell you why, because it was a bit hard on the feeder. I didn't have any bites. I went on the Waggler and I've had a couple of perch, and I've lost 3 or 4 bloody mullet. I can't believe it. Bloody somebody, Steve did say the mullet had moved in, obviously with a ship had come in, and probably some mullet had come in, and of course they've come over the ground bait, and I've lost 3, possibly 4. So I've gone up to a bigger hook now, and let's hope I can catch one this time. Because they're bonus fish, aren't they? And I don't know the rest is fishing. I don't know if anyone's catching any bream, but anyway, I thought I'd give you a quick update on what's happening. I'll try and record if I can. Okay, another quick update. I think I'll blow it out here, to be honest, because I'm catching a couple of perch, couple of roach, no more mullet, but they're not coming quick enough, and I've noticed just up there he's catching a few skimmers, so I'm gonna have to go back on the feed in a minute. But anyway, just keep persevering. Yeah, since I've gone up on a slightly bigger hook to catch those mullet, I haven't had any since, so you know, it's a funny old thing in here. I started on 16, and as I said, I pulled out of them, then I went up to 14, then a 12, and then that's it. I can't get a bite now. No, never mind. Keep at it. Just going a bit slow at the moment, really. It's not quick enough, really. I think I'll have to go back onto the feeder. maggot. anyone catching bream down there? Oh, you can't see Jan on the one. Oh, you can't even see Di, can you? Oh, right, but hold on, same. It's like fishing geese. Well, I'm starting to get a couple on the pole now. Yeah, probably about 20 roach, like, but I don't know whether to keep going or have it go on the feeder. I haven't had a bite on the feeder. Well, yeah, about 20. Oh, and about maybe about 8 perch as well. So, you know, it's not going mad, like. So you haven't had no bream then, or you haven't turned up yet? Just the one. Alright. Alright then. Alright. Hi guys, well I'm in a bit of a quandary here because we're sort of 2 hours into the match and I've been struggling. You know, I started catching a few roach, but I was missing them on the Waggler, so I've gone on a pole straight through, and you know, I'm picking up a bit more than I was on the Waggler. The only problem is I just spoke to Steve now because he's on the one on the end, and he said he's struggling. He's had one bream and he's had about 20 roach. Well, then I just phoned Jan and he said he's been catching skimmers. So I'm in a quandary now. Do I come off this, you know, these small roach, and go for the skimmers and bream, or what? And I noticed up there he's slowed up a bit, but he's, you know, he's had a few. So what to do? This is a burning question in match fishing sometimes. What do? Do you change? You know, do you keep catching what you're catching, or do you know, look for something bigger? Well, I think I might have to go for and have a look on the feeder anyway, just to see. If not, I can always come back on the pole. As long as I keep feeding it, it shouldn't go away. Alright, as I say, it's not going mad, it's not bringing them in every chuck, like, but at least I was getting a few. Alright, so I'll keep it an update. Okay, well, just the match just finished then. It's been one of them funny matches today. Just didn't know what to do really, whether to, you know, fish the feeder or fish the Waggler or fish the whip or pole to hand. Well, last hour I just stuck to the pole, and I was getting small roach. Probably not enough to win today, because I think the skimmers will probably go, or bream. Because I've heard of a couple of double figures further down. So anyway, let's go and do the weigh in and let's see what we've got. Yeah. Okay, there are 14.4, but there's 2 more in the net. 14.6 I give you. That's third, but I expect I'll have some fish up here. Anyway, that's what happens. See, if you don't put your mind and stick to one plan sometimes, you know, if I mind you saying, I lost those few mullet, which could have got me probably in the places, but there. It's gonna be. Right.
No bream. I had my money on you two down there. No, because there's nothing up there. No? Terrible.
Well, £20 I bet, so.
22's winning.
Yeah.
19 there.
Oh, not far short, 18, yeah.
18.
What did I say?
18.
Let's round up to 2.
Yeah?
18 dead, is it?
Have we got the winner here, I wonder? Yes. Looking good. Ivan? Yes, oh yes. Yes.
Close.
It's going to be close.
No, you'll have that one.
Oh.
You don't have enough. £20 I'd say. 1914. You don't get this with digital, see? Pain in the ass. Yeah, 1915.
Quick look at the end peg, will you? 20, what was it?
25
Can I get one, Mick? As well.
25?
was it?
Yeah, that's enough to win the match. What do you make? End
Not a
peg.
lot today, is it, to win?
No, low weights today, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind small.